Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back. And this is
Bestie
with my bestie.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us again. I'm Marly.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is Bestie with my bestie. And this episode, we're going to be talking about jealousy versus being territorial. What you find yourself being. So if we find ourselves being more jealous or if we're more territorial, and why. Do you want to go ahead?
I want to say in the beginning of my relationship, I was very, very insecure. Like, I'm going to just say that. I was very insecure of myself. Only because the only relationship I was in, he cheated on me the entire time. And then I was having like my little flings. I was dating throughout the period from my ex to Eric. Like I was, doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But nothing too serious. I think I was intimidated by Eric being in the social media industry and saying that, like, obviously as an actor, he has videos. You can go through his videos. All the women that's ever been in his videos are super beautiful and pretty and like mature. Right. And, they're also in the same industry. So for me, when I first started talking to him, I was super insecure and very jealous. Yeah. Like I would question every single girl. Like if he was like, oh, I'm going to go shoot today and like my friends are going to be there, I'd be like, have you ever done anything with him? Have you? And he understood and he would give me the reassurance. Like, these are strictly just friends. I've been doing this. They've always been in my videos. And I'm like, okay, like I had to tell myself too, like no guy wants a girl too that's like insecure. They want a confident woman that like knows too, but he also understood where I was coming from.
Yeah, I was going to say that it still makes sense of why you would feel that way.
Yeah, but it also got to the point though where I was like constantly asking him,
okay,
like, who is this? Why did you follow her? Did you do something with her? Is this girl like,
Yeah.
So, but it got to the point where I'm like, okay, like I need to stop. I need to get used to this lifestyle. And I did. If I do have questions here and there, like he'll give me my answer. Like, oh yeah, especially now that obviously we're engaged, we have kids. Yeah. But once in a while, I will ask him like, oh, like, who's this? He's like, oh, this is so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I am more confident in myself. And especially like I am used to his, social media lifestyle. And I've pretty much met like all of his friends at this point. But I would definitely say in the beginning, I was very jealous. And now I'm just like, not so much like territorial, but like, let's say if we go out to like a club or a karaoke bar and Eric to me is like handsome and he's very much like a social butterfly and girls can see that when we're out and like try to go towards him. And like, I'm not looking at him like or like, I trust he's going to know right from wrong. Yeah. But when I look at it, I look at these girls and I'm like, oh, like I laugh.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have that confidence, that full, I guess, not like trust in him,
Yeah.
So now when we go out and like I see girls and I know what they're going to do or like they're low key, like making their way towards him, I'm like, oh, go for it. Like you're going to get shut down anyways.
Right.
Like I'm right here.
Exactly.
What about you?
I've never been the jealous type, but I would consider myself more territorial, just in the way of I do not want to be made out to look dumb.
Yeah.
Like, don't embarrass me. Don't make me look dumb by maybe doing something or, you know what I mean? It's like, just be straight up, like be loyal, and I think that just counts a lot for me.
Yeah. I think in the end of it, it's respect.
Don't disrespect me.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially don't do something that you wouldn't even like your partner to do, but then excuse your behavior and actions for it. Yeah, it is very, I know some girls that are like, that will freaking fight other girls, but it's also like you have to let your partner also do his part.
Exactly.
If you're constantly feeling that you have to be it with your partner at every move because maybe you're scared that he's going to do something, then that's something that you need to address with your partner, not so much people in general, because there's influences everywhere.
Yeah,
there's temptations everywhere, and you can't always be with your partner.
The world is full of beautiful people. We have eyes, and it's just knowing how to go about it and how to control yourself. It's literally just self-control, being loyal, not being disrespectful, you know, but that is my biggest thing.
So with this too, are you guys okay with like pointing out other people that you find is like beautiful or gorgeous, or like, oh, this person could be handsome, or like, oh, you see that guy over there, like he has a nice smile, or like if Andy will be like, oh, that girl's pretty, or like, what do you think? Like, can you guys communicate on that level?
We don't do that.
No.
It's more like if we do talk about like girls, like it's more I'll bring them up. So if I'm like, oh, that girl's so pretty, or I love her outfit, or whatever, I'm like, huh. Like, and then that's when he'll answer, and it's such a subtle answer, like every time, like too. He's just like, yeah, she's pretty, like whatever. Then like when it comes to guys, like I'm not ever like, oh, he's hot or he's this or anything, but he'll ask me like, oh, do you think he's a good looking guy? And I'm like, yeah, or oh, I don't like this, but I mean, he's not a bad looking guy or whatever. It's more just toned down.
Yeah.
It's still because we don't want to step on toes. We don't want to accidentally say something wrong to make the other feel a certain way. So that's how we'll do that. Yeah, it's not like Andy's never once like, oh, she's pretty, huh? Like, and so I feel like since we've never been that way, if we started to, I think that would be kind of weird.
Got it.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
We just have never been like that. So for us to begin to do that, or if I randomly said that, it's kind of like interesting. And then.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good then. You guys have like, I think your own understanding of boundaries in a sense. Like, don't do this, not necessarily don't, but like it's just not something that you guys do.
Yeah, it's just not done between us.
Me and Eric do it.
Yeah.
Like if we're out in public and I see a girl and I'm like, she has a nice body, I'll just straight up tell him like, that girl has like a nice body. Like I love her ass. And like he'll look and I'm like, I'm inviting him to look. Or if not, then it's like, if I've noticed it, then he's noticed it, then I'll bring it up so we can address something and he doesn't have to like, not like secretly hide, but like I'm sure if it's noticeable, I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
You know, like if this gorgeous girl is like just walking by and I'm staring, I'm like, if I'm staring, my man has to have noticed.
Yeah.
And I'll just bring it up like, oh, that girl's gorgeous.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like, if I find someone pretty or whatever it may be, like I'll say that. I'm like, huh, like, you know, and then he'll give his 2 cents, but he never like initiates that first.
Yeah.
He never like, because obviously, yeah, we all have eyes. And so we see when people are attractive. So I'm not like obviously. So, but the only thing is like, he doesn't initiate it. Like that's the difference. Like, but I'll ask him like time and time, oh, she's so pretty. Or I say that constantly for a lot. Yes. Honestly, I say that a lot, very often.
We think every walking feminine girl
basically
is beautiful.
Like, oh, she's so pretty, or oh, like I love this about her, like whatever it may be. But yeah, he doesn't initiate it.
Yeah, I think for
How
Eric,
do you feel about that?
If he does he does, but it's more of a sense of like questioning some things because like the BBL trend is like so high right now.
Right.
So sometimes we'll go to the gym and there's just this girl that walks in and you can just tell it's like a BBL. But he'll like tell me like, do you think that's a BBL? And I'll be like, that's obviously a BBL. Yeah. Like we'll go back and forth in that where it's like, I'm okay with it. It's usually me initiating the girls, but sometimes he'll ask me like about some guys, like, do you think he's cute? Yeah. And I'll be like, he's okay. But I'll point out, like, I do like his smile, but that's something that Eric knows. Like, Eric knows I love big smiles. Yeah. I love, like, nice teeth, big smiles. Or there's sometimes, too, where, like, I can't think of, like, the actors, but there's certain actors that I like where he's caught on to, like, something that they all have in common. Yeah. So it's like, oh, I like this actor. He goes, you like guys that have certain eyes. And I'm like, oh, actually, I never noticed that. He goes, yeah, because I also have it, and, like, these guys have it. And he's like, and I have a big smile, and, like, these guys have a big smile. I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. So I think if he were to ever see a guy on public, maybe like the male gaze will catch him to say something like, oh, like, what do you think about his size? And I'll be like, it's nice, but I think that maybe be too much for me personally. Yeah. Or like he knows that like I like tattoos. So like if it's again like the male gaze, like if he'll be like, oh, what do you think about this guy's tattoo? I'm like, that's nice. I think you would look really good with it though. Yeah. Like, so it's more of a in that sense. But same thing, I'm always the one kind of initiating it. But if he takes it a step further, like, oh, I like her nose because he has a thing for noses. Like, he likes noses. I'm like, oh, okay. I personally don't think it's that cute, but if you do, then like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's like
Yeah.
I'm okay with it in that sense, but it's never like, oh my gosh, she's hot. Or,
Yeah.
you know.
So, okay. So you would not be okay if he was just like, oh, she's really pretty. If he said something even just like that, like, oh, that girl's really pretty.
I think maybe he said it once, but it was more of, I don't think I ever took it in a bad or threatening way. I think it was more of like, yeah, like I think so too. Or maybe I'm like, I wouldn't say like maybe she's really pretty, but maybe like she's pretty, but I don't think she's like really pretty.
Like, yeah, where you don't view it at the same level as he does or something.
But what I appreciate the most is what I appreciate the most is the fact that he's letting me in on it with him. You know, because like everybody has wandering eyes, like you said. And it's like, if I see that you have wandering eyes, I'm going to find that disrespectful. Yeah. Because it's like you're looking like right in front of me versus like, hey, what do you think about this person? Or like, oh, like I think that girl's pretty. It's like, yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a difference between glancing, because yes, we see, but like I feel there's a difference between glancing at someone versus staring or constantly looking. And so you know what I mean? Do you feel like there's a difference with that?
I do. I think glancing could be like a quick like, oh, okay, like, yeah, that girl, I'm aware of her. Yeah,
because you like looked like, in that direction. Yeah. But to constantly, I'd be like,
to constantly know or to follow the eyes constantly to a specific area, then it's like, okay, what's going on? Yeah. Like, I'm not dumb. I'm right here in front of you. You keep looking in that direction. That girl's beautiful. I get it. But like, it's making me feel dumb, look dumb, and like,
yeah,
like stop.
So weird. Yeah. You know? Don't like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think today I'm more territorial, but not in a sense of like I'm freaking crazy. You can't do anything.
No, not like overly. It's just yeah.
And same thing for Eric. Like he's territorial in the sense of like protecting me. Yeah. As in like if we're out in public, he walks on the outside, I walk on the inside. Whenever we're out in like karaoke bars, people are drinking, he's just like keeping track of where I'm going. So like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. Okay, like he'll watch me go to the bathroom because I have been approached by guys before, and I'm just like, obviously I handle it, but you know, but he's never territorial to the point where it's like controlling. Yeah. Don't do this, don't wear this, don't post this. Like he's okay with all of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is nice.
It's nice. But yeah, I would definitely say the beginning, jealous. Insecure, jealous. Now it's
that would be normal though, I feel like, for anyone. That's a lot.
And you're just like laid back territorial.
Yeah. There's not. I just don't want to feel disrespected. Like I said, I don't want to feel disrespected. I don't want to be made out to look dumb. So that's my biggest thing. I can not really care about something like a situation, but just knowing that other people have their thoughts of like thinking like, oh, he probably this or whatever, and she doesn't know about this, or that's like what gets to me, I think, which you shouldn't care what other people think, but I can't help it. It's pretty natural. So that's what it is for me. Instead of me truly caring about a situation, I don't, but being disrespected, making me look dumb, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah. No, that's very valid.
Yeah.
That's really true. So yeah.
Next.
Popsicle stick time. Yeah, let us know if like I think I can acknowledge that though.
Yeah.
I was jealous, now I'm more territorial, but in
a chill way.
Yeah. Popsicle stick question. What's an instant turn on for you?
So physically, or?
I guess it could be anything. Like an instant. What's something that can be like, oof.
I love when I'm kissed on the neck.
Oh. Neck kissing. Ooh, I got the chills. I guess I'm going to have to join in on that one.
Yeah. That's my like, okay, cool.
I'm trying to think now. Can you think of more? I'm trying to think of mine. So that's a good one.
That's like, because like that's an initial like. Another thing that gets me more turned on is when like my thighs are being kissed. I don't like biting. I'm not a fan of biting, but I do like when my like thighs, like inner thighs are kissed, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, mine would be massaging.
Okay.
Not so much like kiss. Well, I get kissing, but
Yeah.
like massaging to start it.
Massaging.
Like my thighs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Massage my thighs.
Ah.
What else? Instant turn-ons. I'm trying to really think.
Another instant turn on is just, honestly, I'll get instantly turned on if I just like know he wants sex. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like a look. There's like a certain look that's different from a normal, like just a normal, like, you know, face that he has. So I really like that. I've noticed, I've thought of,
I think
going more.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you go. You go.
Go. For me, like super simple ones are like, I'm sure every girl has said this too, but like if he's taking off his like a jacket and like his shirt rises, you just see like his little like his stomach. I'm like, okay. Or for me too, because he's will just take off his shirt. Just as simple as him taking off his shirt. I'm like,
how do you, okay, this may be a weird question, but how do you like for him to take off his shirt? Is there a certain way? I want to see if it's just me.
I don't think I've ever paid attention to it because like he does it so fast.
Yeah.
So like 1 minute we're in the bathroom and I'm like, I could be bathing the kids and he just like takes off his shirt to change and I look and he's just like shirtless. I'm like, oh, hello.
Hi there.
You know? Hey there. But what's funny too is like you could probably hear us, but like we do this thing where if he does something, I go, oh. Like that simple,
No.
It lets him know like something that he just did in that moment made me like, oh,
yeah.
like, oh. And same thing for him. Like if I go downstairs and I'm doing something and I hear, oh, I'm like, I already know to look at him like, oh, hey.
Oh. Yeah, it's like your little warn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's how we let each other know like what you just did or said or how you look is like, oh. So I don't think you caught it, but I went downstairs wearing an outfit and he instantly was like, oh.
Yeah, no, I caught that.
Yeah. I was like, okay, he likes this outfit. That's how we communicate like quickly in that sense. But yeah, it's simple things like the way he takes off his shirt or like sometimes if he's like stretching and like he flexes his muscles, I'm like, oh.
Oh, just that. Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, okay.
So I asked that about the shirt thing because I notice obviously guys take off their shirts differently than we do. But I love when it's like a reach back, pulling the shirt off through like their head, if that makes sense. I love that.
There's the reach back and then there's like the crossover.
I love the reach back.
The reach back over.
One. Like the crossovers, whatever to me, but I don't know what it is. There's something about
is it because he's like
pulling off?
Is it? I don't know. It's like with one hand.
Yeah, and it's so like I don't know, and it's something so simple, and it's like.
What's a turn on too? He probably doesn't even know this one, but I massage him a lot. So I'll massage like his back and then I'll have him flip over and I'm like massaging like his neck and like his temples. But like just when I go to like his temples, like his head massages, I'll just like, because he's shirtless at this point because I use oil.
Right.
I'll just like stare at his body and his muscles and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like he doesn't realize that, but that's something like internally I've noticed where I'm like, I just stare at his muscles.
You're like, I don't mind this at all.
Yeah, I'm like, how does it feel? And he's like asleep because whenever I massage his like muscles, his temples, like it puts him to sleep because it feels good. Yeah. But like he's snoring and I'm just like fantasizing
while he's just like
he's just laying there. I'm like, the things I want to do to you, and I'm like, but I'm not going to.
Yeah,
but yeah, small stuff like that. I'm like, oh, giddy. I'm like, wow.
I know. So another thing would be, I mean, because it's not every time. Like it's more we'll take turns like during sex for like who's more in control. But I love just like when it's like. Right away he's in control or
the transition.
Yeah, if that makes sense. And then also I love it even more. We were talking about sex positions that we really like. So when I'm on top and he's just like holding on to like my waist, like my hips, and then like, you know what I mean? That's great.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's my favorite.
That's a good one. You can add that one to the list. I also love his hands.
Okay.
His hands turn me on. As simple as just like, there's just something about his hands where I'm like, yeah. Those hands, you know?
Or just like even like a hand through the hair. Like, I don't know. There's like so many like, like, yeah.
We're so simple.
I know. It's
Us
like,
girls are just
I was trying to think of something more like juicy. That's why I bring that up, because I'm like, I do love that. But it could be just like starting with like the neck kisses. Love. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Our instant turn-ons.
Yep. So let us know what your instant turn-ons are, if you agree with any of ours. And then let us know if you're more jealous or if you're more territorial. And then if you agree with us or you think we're overreacting with some of the things we say, just give your opinions, your thoughts. Then follow us on social media. Our TikTok, we post our reels. On Instagram, we post every week. On YouTube, and like, share, subscribe. Follow us if you want to. Socials are down below. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you.